Good morning, y'all. It is currently 4:10 p.m., April 6th, 2025, and I'd like to tell y'all a little story about the dream that I had this morning. Sorry it's been a while. It's been like almost a month. I have excuses, but that's all they are. They're just excuses. I've just been lazy. There's been, I think, 3 separate occasions over the past few weeks since I've uploaded a video where I had a lucid dream and I tried to wake up and write it down. I woke up and tried to remember it, and then I just got lazy and I didn't write it down. I don't know why. I have I don't know what the word for it is. It's like where I want to do something, so I just don't do it. It's so annoying, but I'm trying to get back into it. Actually, I recorded a video the 27th, and I didn't like it, so I didn't upload it. So I'm gonna tell you about that dream that I had first. This was March 27th, 2025, and I was playing Minecraft with Trevor. You might remember Trevor if you've been keeping up. He's a lifelong friend that I've had, and I was playing with somebody else. It might have been my older brother, but I don't remember who exactly. And like I said, we were playing Minecraft, and we were exploring this giant cave. It felt like the entire game environment was just this cave. It was so big. And there were end cities in the cave that we were trying to find. There were a lot more specifics that I didn't remember. It felt like a really long dream, but I didn't write all that much down. And the only other thing that I can remember is right before I woke up, I met back up with Trevor, and he was giving me some advice. He said, if you can be lazy in a video game, he recommended to do it. And pretty much what I got out of that was to learn the meta of the game, cheese the game mechanics or exploit the game mechanics to save time, because the whole point of the game is to reach the goal. So if you're not reaching the goal the fastest, you're just wasting your time. That's what I got out of that advice. I feel like that's some pretty good life advice. You know? If you can do anything faster to save time, do it. Which, he said if you can be lazy in a video game. So, there's a couple different ways to interpret that, but that's how I interpreted it. And then I went back to bed. Well, I went to bed at 2 a.m. that night. Woke up at 7:20-ish from that dream, and then I went back to bed. And the next dream that I had that day was kind of weird. Me, my dad, and my older brother were traveling on this train car, but it was I don't know how to explain it. It was the train cars where it's just flat, there's no roof. It was kind of like that. And we weren't going super fast. We were just slowly chugging along on this train. And there was this pinchy claw thing. A forklift, how it's the 2 forks that you can spread out and stuff, and you can scoop stuff up and pick it up with a forklift. It was like that, but instead of them being beside each other, the forks were facing each other, and they would pinch something to pick it up. So it pinched me in my leg. It was my left calf. The backside was in the bottom part of my calf, right at the bottom of my calf, and then the front was in my shin, and it just pinched me and lifted me up into the air. And yeah, it hurt. My dad could tell that it hurt, and he was trying to get me down, but my older brother was minimizing it, and he was like, oh no, it's not a big deal. And I at some point, I guess he had control of it, so it lowered me back down a little bit to where I could rest on my right leg instead of having all my weight on my left leg. So it let me down a few times to let me rest. And then eventually I get let back down, and my left leg hurt like a bitch. Like I remember trying to walk on it and I could barely walk on it. It was like stuck, bent. And yeah, and that was it. That was when I woke up. And then I didn't write anything down from then until today. So today, like I said, April 6th. The first thing that I remember is I'm watching some like conspiracy theory thing. Like, I don't know if I was watching a TV show or a YouTube video or something. And it said that all of our oxygen comes from these glass tubes underground. And the glass tubes have aliens and like alien plant life in them. And the theory also said that there are more dead tubes than alive ones. And I remember thinking to myself, oh, if that's the case, then why don't we just like regenerate the dead ones? Like, I'm sure it's possible to get the dead stuff out of the tubes and take stuff out of the alive tubes and put them in the dead tubes and let them grow until they're both full, and then we can just do that for all the dead tubes. And I don't know where it transitioned, but the next thing I remember is being in a cave, but it's like, I don't know if you've watched Better Call Saul. What it reminded me the most of is like the meth lab cave. Like, it's a giant dugout room, but it's dirt walls, dirt floor, but it's lit up from lights on the ceiling. It's not like a natural, like what you would imagine a cave with like stalagmites and stalactites and all that shit. It was just like this dugout room underground, and it was lit up, and on the far wall of the room there were these machines. They looked like presses of some kind, and it looked abandoned, like they were like disheveled. And at one point I'm looking at one of the machines that's like a couple dozen feet away from me. It wasn't the one like closest to me, it was like a little down the way, but it wasn't all the way down the room. And I see a piece of metal move, and I'm like, that's weird. Maybe it was a ghost. So without even really thinking about it, I like yell out, "Do it again." And then it does. It moves. And I'm like, oh shit. And then I keep saying that. I keep saying, do it again, do it again. And every time I say to do it again, something like a loose piece of metal moves. And I'm like, oh shit, there's ghosts down here. So I was starting to get a little scared and a little excited. Because a little fact about me, I grew up watching ghost shows like Ghost Adventures and shit. And a haunting. I mentioned having a dream about a haunting in an earlier dream. And I don't know if I believe in ghosts now. Like, I know that a lot of those shows are fake, unfortunately. But I believe that the early Ghost Adventures were real. I don't know where they crossed the line into faking stuff. But, like, a little part of me still believes that ghosts are real. And I've always wanted to experience like ghost activity. I know I'm going on a rant here, but if you haven't heard of the YouTube channel Bizarre Bub, I recommend looking up Bizarre Bub. He has these video compilations, and some of those videos, like, I know that every single one of them could have been faked, and some of them are like super obviously faked, but I don't know. Some of those videos are pretty convincing, and anytime I watch those videos, I'm like, I want to be that guy. I want to have the camera, and I'm standing there with the camera watching a door slam or watching something get thrown across the room. Like, I could record that video and upload it to YouTube, and everybody would think that it's fake, and there would be no way for me to prove that it wasn't. But I would know that it wasn't fake because I was there in the moment. Like, I've always wanted that I don't know the word for it, but like, I want to experience a ghost so I know that it's real. that's like a life goal of mine, is to go ghost hunting someday. But all that to say, in the moment, like, I was excited that I was seeing a ghost throw shit on command. And then I finally remember, oh shit, like, I should be pulling my phone out to record this right now. So I'm standing there trying to pull my phone out of my pocket, and I can't exactly remember what happened next, but I woke up. I woke up from that moment, and I'm laying in bed. And there was also this, like, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. I didn't write it down because I don't know what the fuck it was about. But there was, like, a moment of me thinking about calling the place where I was just from, like, trying to find their phone number and call them to talk to them about the ghost. And then I had, like, a weird liminal dream about, like, a missing kid that ended up growing up or something. Like, it was just really weird, abstract concepts that weren't actually, like, anything. I don't know how the fuck to explain it. So I didn't even bother writing that part down. But I woke up from that dream. It was a false awakening. And then I had all those weird hypnagogic thoughts. I don't know what the fuck. But I'm laying in bed. This is still a dream, by the way. I'm laying in bed. And then I realize, oh, yeah, I remember thinking to myself, after I woke up from that dream about seeing ghosts, I was like, shit, I should have done a reality check as soon as I saw something move and I thought I saw ghosts. Like, that's such a dream sign. Like, why did I not do a reality check? And here I am in a false awakening, thinking to myself that I should have done a reality check. I didn't do a reality check in that moment. That kind of shows. I mean, I probably wouldn't have anyway. But yeah, I've just been slacking on my dream practice lately. So I didn't do a reality check when I had the false awakening either. And then I realized that my mouth is full of spit. And for some reason, I decide to spit it out instead of swallowing it. So I jump out of bed, and I realize that it's really dark. And I go to my bathroom. My bathroom is, like, just across, like, it's right next to my room. So I jump out of bed and go into the bathroom, and I flip the light switch as I grab a trash can, and I realize that the power must be out because the light didn't come on. And then I spit into the trash can. And then I woke up from the dream realizing that I actually spit on my pillow, and I was a little disgusted with myself. One of the biggest pet peeves of myself that, like, oh god, I hate it. I've said in an earlier dream, sometimes I sleep on my stomach, and I just hate waking up realizing that I drooled on my pillow. Oh god, it grosses me out every time. So I was kind of pissed off when I woke up realizing that I fucking spit on my pillow in a dream. It's like waking up realizing that you pissed yourself. So yeah, that was the dream that I had this morning. And I'm sorry for the lack of uploads. Whoever is still watching this, I appreciate you for sticking around during my downtimes, because I'm trying to get up to daily uploads. I want to get to a point where I'm having more uploads than not. And lately I've been having more days of not uploading than uploading. We're like 4 months into the year, and I think I've only uploaded like 20 something videos this year. Maybe not even 20. I don't know. I haven't counted. I'd have to look at the playlist to see. But yeah, I'm a little disappointed in myself. I want to get back into it. I've just been in a rough mental spot lately. And it's really hard to stay motivated to do extracurricular activities when I barely want to do what's required of me. It's April 6th, and I haven't even done my taxes yet. So that shows you how much I procrastinate. So yeah, I'm sorry for the lack of uploads. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate nobody unsubscribing yet. Okay, I need to stop rambling. Good night and sweet dreams.